Four monuments 400 years ago were built in four geographical directions in this square during the time of Safavid. Starting from Ali Ghapu. Ali Ghapu is a composed word, Ali and Ghapu. Ali is an Arabic word meaning lofty, high, and Ghapu means door. The reason they call it Ali Ghapu was because there was a precious door which was brought from Najaf in Iraq and installed in the entrance gate of this palace. That's why they called it Ali Ghapu. This palace was originally built in 2 stories, and actually the palace was built over the remnants of a palace left from the Timurid dynasty about 600 years ago. They started building this with 2 stories, as you see. Later on, during the time of the grandson of Shah Abbas the Great, means Shah Abbas II, the veranda and the floor 4th and 5th were built. The height of the Ali Ghapu is about 25 meters, including 13 meters height of the square. With respect to the other parts of the city, it makes 38 meters high, which at that time, this building was considered as a skyscraper. There is part of the Isfahan city, as I said, on northeastern side, with some old monuments from over 1,000 years ago. Shah Abbas did not destroy that city to build his own city, but he started building his city, as I said, from this square on. The outside facade of the Ali Ghapu is decorated with some beautiful tiles, 7 color tiles or polychrome tiles. While you enter the palace, you see yourself in an area of about 64 square meter, 8 by 8, with 11 meter height and a very nice dome. Beautiful floral decorations. And every monument during the time of Safavid has a unique specification and phenomenon. If 2 people stand opposite each other in the corners of this entrance chamber, facing the wall, and just whisper, say very quiet words, the person on the other side will understand what you say. And this shows their skill and capability in architecture. There are 3 staircases in the Ali Ghapu Palace, which leads a person to the toughest point. After climbing up 94 steep steps, a person can get up to the roof. One staircase is called Royal Staircase, and the rest of the staircases are regular staircases for, emergency. After passing 8 to 10 steps, you see yourself in a small chamber which was used for those elderly people to stay there, to take a rest, to breathe, and continue going up. Once you get to the 4th floor, you see yourself in a very beautiful area, which is called the veranda or balcony. There are 18 columns with 10-meter high each and 60 centimeters in diameter. These columns are made of a plain tree and have been reinforced by inserting iron inside them about 40 years ago. Some documents refer to these columns being covered with small pieces of mirror. So you just imagine how glittering, how illuminating, and how magnificent these columns have been. There have been a royal curtain all around the veranda, which they could control the intensity of light. There is a small pool in the middle of the veranda, which is covered with copper sheets riveted together with 3 holes, one in the middle for drainage and 2 to the sides for gushing water. And they used to take up water from a well and take it to the pond or to the pool and fill it up with water. Usually Shah Abbas I or Shah Abbas II used to entertain their guests in the veranda when there was a ceremony held in the square. So they stood up and watched the polo game and other ceremonies. There is a beautiful room up in the 4th floor which Shah used to entertain and accept his guests. After passing some more steps, when you go to the 5th floor, there is a beautiful chamber, cross-shaped, with beautiful hollow section decorations everywhere, which is called the music hall. And it's interesting to know that at the time of Safavid king, the orchestra used to play in that room, and there was a beautiful and dulcet sound of music listened. Even if a solo player played his instrument, it was like a group of musicians or an orchestra playing music. Why? Because of these hollow sections and decorations with different sizes, which every one of them caused a little bit change in frequency. And these changes in frequency would cause that you hear that a group of musicians are playing instead of one soloist. This is a brief explanation about the palace of the Safavid in that time.
نصف جهون اصفهونست، یه شهری خوب تو ایرونست. از روی گنبدای شهر کاشیکاریش نمایونست. از بس قشنگ و با صفاست، شهر نگو گلستونست. هنرهای دستی میخوای؟ تو شهر من فراوونست. قولی مرغوبش اینست که کرک و ابریشم داره. سفره های قلمکارش که طرحهای قشنگ داره. مینیاتور و خاتم و کنده کاری رو مس داره. زرین بافی گلابتون نقره های قشنگ داره. بدون که تنها اصفهون مینای رنگ و رنگ داره. گشت بزنید تو بازارش تا ببینید استکارش. دیدن این همه هنر لذت عالمی داره. شیرین کنید دهانتون با غذای نصف جهون. سفر کنید به اصفهون، بیاین به شهر خوبمون تا ببینید نصف جهون کنار علم هنر داره.
مرسی بچه ها، مرسی.